Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Your Football Show, and it's time for a transfer roundup. This is something that I'm going to be doing on the regular over the transfer window, a bit like the Daily Leeds back in the day, to be fair. So what I'm going to aim to do is just round everything up, basically. So I'll still do the videos during the day. But then, obviously, at the end of the day, we can get together. We can chat about some links, some stories. And we'll do that on the daily, as long as there's news to do it, right? That would be cool if we can do that. I hope you've enjoyed the content today. Big up Steve Brown, who says he has. Let me just move my chair. The Don is out here starting scraps. I love that. I know. We will chat about the Don, the legend, the guy who was going to become King of Yorkshire, he said, didn't he? He's in the mud a little bit, unfortunately. Don's in the mud. There were people in this chat telling me, he gets it right. He's always right. I did say to you yesterday about Mo Kamara, the only thing that was worrying me is that no one close to the club or any sort of mad mad Twitter transfer gurus, the likes of Fabrizio Romano, and that had never spoken about Mo Kamara. It was all about Tyler Adams. And just on that as well, I hate to do this, but I did tell you. I did tell you Tyler Adams would be the one. I see your comments. People were hammering me for that. I did say, man. I did tell you. Just check your comments, yeah. I ain't got one wrong yet. I am fab. All right. I am fab. We will chat about Don Mitchell. Keep getting your comments in because, as I say, I'll favourite a few of them. We'll chat about everything. Loads has happened today. It's been a mad day. Calvin Phillips left. Darko Gyabi came. Charlie Creswell's gone out on loan to Millwall. Mo Kamara doesn't look like it's happening. Tyler Adams is happening. Cody Gakpo doesn't look like it's happening. Sinisterra looks like it's happening. And then it looks like Milan are getting, closer to maybe signing CDK. Do we then go after another striker? Do we then reignite our interest in Cali Mwendo? Do we not get any more in? There's loads to discuss, right? So, and of course, Rafinha, Rafinha's still rumbling on. That's been very quiet, hasn't he? That's been very quiet. But let's start with what happened first of all. Yeah, Calvin Phillips, obviously. Calvin Phillips left today to Manchester City. Had a number of offers from a number of clubs, but said, I only want to move to Manchester City. I believe he's a 6-year contract, which is a madness. That's a long time, isn't it? So he signed a 6-year contract. 42 million with 3 million in add-ons was the correct figure. I think Leeds say it could be worth up to them 50 to 55. I don't know how they worked that one out. Maybe it was just to try to put a positive spin on it, but he's gone there. It was sad on it. I loved his message. I did a video earlier on. Like, the message was top notch from Calvin. There are still some that aren't happy about the move. There's issues with his agent and his old agent and how that went about. I'm not privy to that information, but obviously stuff's gone down and people are going to be frustrated and hurt by the way it's gone down, possibly. I don't know the particulars behind it, but he's now gone. He goes, with the majority of Leeds fans' blessings. I think even those that are not happy about him, he still goes with their blessings. That just sours their relationship or thoughts of Calvin a little bit, but not for me personally. I think he gave us his all, and without him, would we be where we are? Potentially not. Had he left in that first season and gone Villa, then we'd have been, massive shaped hole in that side, because it was Miss Gav, yeah. Gavin James, yeah, I think that's what it is. But there's a massive hole. missing in that side if he doesn't stay with us. So the fact that he stayed with us and gave us his best years, you know, that's fantastic. And, you know, he scored the goal on the centenary game. I think my favourite moment will be him and Bielsa, when Bielsa said, Calvin, the best. That bit in his message that he left to Bielsa. He gave a shout out to Jesse as well. Wasn't too into that, but no, it was nice all the same. And look, you know, the Yorkshire Pearl goes on now to go win leagues and go win Champions Leagues and represent England at the World Cup, etc. So, yeah, the best, as Bielsa would say, is the best. And then obviously Darko Gyabi came as well. I'm excited by this signing when you actually look at it. Leeds United were tracking him for 18 months. Although Romeo Lavia and McAtee were mentioned, I think Leeds' preferred option was Gyabi by the looks of it, from what we read. Of course, again, positive spin coming from the club. Maybe that wasn't the truth, but we know that, you know, Lavia has gone to Southampton for 10 million. We brought Gyabi for 5. So, you know, reading to that, if they wanted Lavia, it's an extra 5 million. Could they have put that up? Yeah, potentially, really. Maybe it was because City wanted a buyback clause. Leeds didn't want to entertain that potentially. But look, they've been tracking Gyabi for a long time, 18 months. Gyabi did an interview. His interview was great in terms of saying, you know, I was here at an under-23s game. He was a sub in that game. And he said the noise for an under-23s game is immense. So imagine what it's like the main day. One of the reasons as well when he spoke about the 9 debuts that were given to youngsters under Bielsa last season, which was a record, by the way. Someone said in my comments earlier on, that's hardly a good thing. Well, it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? Let's not try spin it like at the end of the day. That is a good thing. I do think he'll be in the 23s, Bobcat, yeah, but I don't think he'll be there that long. I don't think, just from what we read, apparently if you were to build a number 8 in a lab, he would be the perfect number 8. Yeah, so someone that's definitely one for the future. And like someone's just said in the comments, he has shown up for pre-season testing with Rasmus and Aronson. Maybe them lads are together, with them being new signings as well. So you know, that's Gyabi. And then we hear about Sinisterra. Luis Sinisterra. This probably means for me that the Gakpo deal's dead in the water. We're led to believe that Leeds United did inquire about Cody Gakpo, and it was just a little bit too expensive for them. Maybe that top target that they want to spend big money on is Charles de Ketelaere. Whether we can get that one done remains to be seen, because I know AC Milan are stepping up their interest in him. And as I said to you before in the CDK video that I did, that he prefers Milan. And again, people were saying to me, what are you talking about? Phil's just said X, Y, Z. But, you know, he prefers Milan. I can understand why he prefers Milan. Please do like the video as well if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So maybe that's their top target. Look, there's a lot of Leeds fans frustrated with the fact that Leeds were linked with Mo Kamara, Cody Gakpo and Charles de Ketelaere, and have the opinion that we've got Adams, Sinisterra and then one more. You know, if it isn't CDK, then it's the lesser option of each transfer. Of course, Leeds United will have a number of lists, and at the top of them lists is Cody Gakpo. But if he's out of our price range, he's out of our price range. Sinisterra's no mug, you know. He looks like a really, really exciting talent. The only thing I will say is, like, from what I've read, the guy's plays with much more width, more of an out-and-out winger, as opposed to Gakpo, who can play, you know, an inverted winger who can play across, you know, the front three, if you like. But yeah, so that seems a bit strange, especially when you consider what Marsh likes to play, you know, very central. And some people in the comments get frustrated at that as well and say, oh, he sure does, he's got flexibility, etc. But if if you do research, like that's his style of play. The whole reason we're bringing in these players that he likes is because they're wedded to his style of play. Sinisterra maybe gives us that bit of X factor, but will he be as suited to the system as, say, Gakpo was? That remains to be seen. But I think the Sinisterra deal could happen pretty quickly, just because of all the reports that we're hearing from very reputable sources. Apparently, the deal could be 25 million, which would be a record for Feyenoord. Previously, that was held by Darko back in 2006. But if you look at the numbers behind Sinisterra, again, people are really excited by it. People who I look at and say, all right, this guy knows ball. They're saying, yes, great signing. Would have preferred Gakpo, but, this is the next best thing. And if you look at his numbers across the league that he plays in, obviously the Dutch league, the Eredivisie, there is only Sebastian Haller and Dusan Tadic that recorded more goal involvements in the league than Luis Sinisterra. 37 goal involvements, 23 goals and 14 assists. Now, there's no guarantee that'll just transfer over and you'll get the same amount of numbers in the Premier League. Well, you can guarantee it won't happen because he's playing in the top side in Holland, and the league's a lot more easy than what over here. But when you are hitting them sort of numbers, he's in prime form and a hot prospect. Again, only 23-year-old, which is huge. It's massive. He completed 100+ dribbles in the league last season, with an impressive 70.3% completion rate as well. So he looks like Haller was a flop in the Prem, Beefy, all right, but then but again, on that, West Ham weren't suited to his style of play. He's gone to Ajax, smashed it in the Champions League. I swear he was the top scorer, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. And then on top of that, he's now got to move to Dortmund. So he's no mug. He wasn't suited to the West Ham style of play, I would argue. And I don't think he was a David Moyes signing. Do you know what I mean? He was just available. They made that move. Bit of madness, really, when clubs do that. But, when they go over the manager's head and they sign them, etc., it doesn't work. You've just to look at Lukaku and Tuchel. That wasn't really a Tuchel signing either, and that didn't work out. It happened at Manchester United with managers, it doesn't work out, really. They need to be suited to the manager and their system. That's why Bielsa was so staunch, do you know what I mean? But, Luis Sinisterra, 25 million, that would be a top signing for Leeds United. I've been happy with the window. I am happy with the window. I think a lot of people are disappointed that maybe it is them second choice options, but is it not? Do we not need a little bit of realism, or is it a case of Leeds United just not spending the money, and that's what's frustrating people? Look, I mean, we'll move on now to Tyler Adams. Obviously, I've been saying since forever that Tyler Adams would be the one in the door. It just made sense because of the relationship between him and Jesse. And it's a done deal by all accounts from Fabrizio Romano. It's done. He will be the Calvin replacement. He will be a Leeds United player. 20 million with add-ons, so a lot more expensive than what we envisaged. Now, if you can get Kamara for 25 to 30, is it good business? Bala says, should we also go for Kamara? I don't think that happens now. Of course, we'll have a chat and a little bit of a laugh about Dom Mitchell and stuff a little bit later on. People were telling me about it. It went off yesterday on yesterday's stream, didn't it? It was good. Yes, I like that. Just Joe Romano more. Just Joe Romano, says Jack. It's a mouthful, but I get it. Yeah, so 20 million is the amount, including the add-ons, okay? Oh, yeah, add-ons included in brackets. My bad, John H., you're right. But even still, the 20 million is pricier than we first envisaged. 13 to 15, I believe it was initially. And then if you throw in 30 million, let's say, for example, on Kamara, then it's around about the Calvin price. But the fact that this could rise up to 20 million, it maybe is a little bit pricey. So therefore, for me, I don't think we'll do more Kamara. I've said for a long time, I don't think we'll do more Kamara as much as it made sense. And then you've got the guy, Don Mitchell, saying he was over in England. Then he changed his tune. And then Fabrizio, this is what I mean. I've said to you, we've not had any credible journalists saying about the Mo Kamara stuff. Now, of course, yesterday, the big Austrian newspaper reported it and that, but it just makes you wonder where they got their sources from. But anyway, until like a Fab, or from a Leeds United perspective, although they seem to be late getting it at the minute, you know, it's the fact Leeds are Premier League now. There's people more well connected than the local journalists. It is what it is. You've just to look and see what happens, because Fabrizio will break the story and the rest come after him. So to be honest, it's normally journalists on the continent. You've got the guy from Belgium who told us about CDK and he got stick for it. This is the thing, what I'm saying, yeah. When I did the CDK video, I was aware that he preferred AC Milan, right? And then Phil did an article about CDK, and also at the time, a Brussels-based journalist said CDK, and he got hammered for it. And he was like, "All right, okay, so if the Athletics reporting it, fair enough. I hear it. Leeds are interested. I get that, but it doesn't mean the player is." And he got hammered for it. But this is the thing: people on the continent or across Europe are actually well connected, especially when we're a Premier League team now. It's a different kettle of fish. This isn't the Championship anymore. All eyes are on it. So, yeah, third season in the Prem, like Sporting Central says, it's bigger and bigger. You can tell that, right? This season, our transfer window has been like just on a different stratosphere. It has for me in terms of doing content compared to previous windows. It's got a lot more eyes on it. It'll just continue to be like that, you know, as long as we keep our Premier League status, which I believe we will. Joe Rizio Wimano, that is the one, Russ. Joe Rizio Wimano, I like that. I did say about the signings, I did say, and I got them right. Pure guesswork. But yeah, so Adams will travel to England soon to undergo his medical test and sign long-term deal with Leeds. You also had the USA men's national team tweet out a picture saying total unrelated tweet, and it was a picture of Tyler Adams and Brendan Aronson. So them two are going to be linking up together. We've got Rasmus Christensen. We've got Matt Rocker as well. Matt Rocker alongside, Adams as a double pivot. It will work really, really well. Matt Rocker will be, tasked with progressing the ball. Adams doing the dirty work, getting the pressing numbers up. I think he will pleasantly surprise a lot of fans. I just think a lot of people are just wedded to Kamara and he's the better player, etc., etc. And I hear that, but I think, and that's putting him on a bit of a down footing, I feel, within the fan base. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's fine, it's this, it's that." I just feel a little bit frustrated by that because we should be excited by it. Because, I had someone tell me yesterday that he's not Premier League ready. He's played in the Champions League. Scored the goal that beat Atletico Madrid to get them through to the semi-final. That's playing at the top of the game. Do you know what I mean, though? Like, I think to say that, okay, the Bundesliga is a lot closer to the Premier League than the Austrian league, but no one was saying that about Brendan Aronson. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, the physicality in the Bundesliga is not too dissimilar from the Premier League. Okay, the Premier League's on another level, but when people are saying he's not, then I'm not too sure. Okay, detailer, you can say a third play Champions League. Okay, I hear it. I just think it's a bit harsh, I think, because when he first went into that Leipzig side as well, man of the match on his debut, and they didn't get beat while he was in the side until April. He gets injured and then they got beat. It's a little bit like the Calvin situation we used to have back in the Championship and in the Premier League as well. So it shows how important he was. Now, a change of management, all them sort of things can mean that you fall out of favour. It doesn't mean he's a poor player. I'm really excited to sign Tyler Adams. I think as well, commercially, it does great for the club. Harmony says Leeds is rapidly becoming the 51st state of America. I know. United State of Leeds. I'm all in. I'm probably going to buy my USA men's national team jersey for the World Cup as well, just to support I tell you what as well, Paxton Aronson, he's another one Leeds United should be going in for. I believe he may be on his way to Salzburg. Leeds United need to get in there because Paxton looks naughty. Paxton Aronson looks naughty, okay? So Leeds United should not mess about and get in there, right? Like, because we waited, like we could have signed Haaland for example. I don't know how many states there are, Chris. I'm not good on geography. So yeah, Paxton, get on that. Get on to Paxton. So Tyler Adams is coming in. Gakpo looks like a no because it looks like we're on Sinisterra. And then you've got CDK, of course, as well. So CDK, by all accounts, AC Milan are stepping up their interest in him now. Yeah, there you go. Look, he just blew up the CONCACAF. Paxton is incredible. We could get him for 5 million now. Yeah, his brother. It's sick. Like, yeah, I think we should go in. That was it. He blew up the CONCACAF under-20s, winning the Golden Boot and Player of the Tournament. Exactly. We should do it. We should do it. Someone said there, well, I don't understand why people are saying that we only have one American player. We have 3 now, don't we, really? You've got your manager, you've got Brendan, you've got Tyler Adams. Don't, like, just go with it. Like, it's fun. Like, I've seen the tweet where people are getting annoyed because someone put, like, a picture of Nani and an American, I'm not sure who it was, and it said Wolves versus Leeds next season because Leeds have got Americans, they've got Portuguese. It doesn't matter. Like, it's clear now Leeds United have gone down that American angle. Like, it's very rare you get Americans in the Premier League anyway. But when you do, if they're at one club, do you know what I mean? You're going to get that. I'm all in for it, man. United States of Leeds, it is what it is. But I'm not too keen on Jesse, am I? So I don't know if I can be. We'll wait and see, man. It's a new beginning. It's all new beginnings. It's the 4th of July as well, yeah. Happy 4th of July Day, each and every one of you. I put a tweet out earlier on about Christian Eriksen going to Man United, and I put confirmation of Brentford's relegation. I've just got a few quote tweets from Brentford fans. Some guys put, so looking forward to us showing Muppets like this how wrong they are. It's only a bit of fun, man. It's not real life. I do think Brentford will go down. They definitely will have second season syndrome, put it that way, all right? But yeah, anything else? Yeah, someone asked me about Creswell. It's a good move. Listen, I'd have preferred Creswell to stay at the football club, but it shows me that he's not close to the first team under Jesse. We've seen that last season. There was an opportunity to bring him on. I forget which game it was, and he didn't. I forget now. When was it? Who was it for? It was the... did Cooper get injured? I can't remember, but basically he wasn't used much. I think Leo Hjelde at the club now as a left back, not as a backup centre back. I think the club are happy with the 4 centre back options and don't see Charlie getting game time. I think Leo would have probably been sent out on loan as well. But as we spoke yesterday, Leo's been primed for that left back spot for me, just because when he's come out in that interview and said, my manager's told me we're not getting a left back, that means because you'll be used. So if Firpo's injured or, substitutions needed, we've got 5 subs, I'm going to use you, Leo. And the fullbacks don't have to be as mobile, I don't think, under Jesse. We've seen that if you look at the last game against Brentford, just from the eye test, I thought Robin Koch did really well there. And, quite often Meslier was popping the ball out to Koch. He's got that, that big stature, winning the balls in the air, boom, and knocking it down for, I think like Rodrigo or whether it might have been Sam Greenwood, who was picking it up at the time, or Rafinha or whatever. And that's why he's gone for Rasmus, similar sort of frame, stature, etc. Leo could be the left back if Firpo's not doing well. And look, I think it's a great move for Charlie. He's going into the lion's den, as it were. I think he's the sort of player that will thrive on the atmosphere at Millwall. They'll fall in love with him. I hope they have a good season, and I hope he has a cracking season and he comes back next, look into the break into the side, because next season I think we'll see the likes of, I know we're jumping ahead, but, Cooper won't be around much longer after that. He might still be a squad player, but he won't be starting for me. So it is what it is. Let's have a look at some of the things here. I've just seen an article there about what Jesse had said. Let's have a look. See, this is what I mean. This is why I think people are too quick to judge, right? During Adams' debut season in Germany, then manager Rangnick hailed the young midfielder's commitment, comparing him to the outstanding Joshua Kimmich. We spoke about Joshua earlier, and Tyler is the same. He has an unbelievable will to win. He wants to win every match and every training game. He wants to improve and listens. He's never satisfied. He always strives for improvement, and in terms of his tactical understanding, I prefer to see him in central midfield because then he's at the heart of the action. I don't like to see him out wide, although he can do that well, and that makes him valuable to the team. So he's got versatility as well. He says, I see him similarly to Joshua Kimmich in centre midfield as a 6 or an 8. He has now started to score and create a few goals, and I see his potential as being very high. The sky is the limit. As long as he maintains his mentality, and he won't lose it, I don't see any limits. There's a lot being said poorly of him, and I think I think people will be pleasantly surprised. Marsh back in 2019 said the ceiling is massive for him. Everyone could see that. And then he spoke about him making that move. And that's them comments that I told you about what made it like almost 100% that he was coming to Leeds. When he spoke about him, he said the kid is going to be massive. He's going to go from strength to strength. And of course, he's going to bring him, he's going to bring him to the club. That's great. So yeah, the kid is going to be massive. He gave him his debut back in New York Red Bull. So I think people are very, very quick to judge Tyler Adams, and I think he will do great at Leeds United. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him pull on the shirt. Someone's just said it wouldn't surprise me if JT is Don Mitchell. That would be class, wouldn't it? Cristiano Ronaldo, what about him leaving Man United? I love to see it, Absolutely love to see it. It's amazing. Someone's just tagged me in something. Yeah, if you do see anything at your service too, USA Men's National Team Soccer, there you go. Love to see you, mate. Thank you for being here. An update there from Rudy Galletti. Let's have a look. What's he saying? The negotiation of Milan for Noah Lang has stalled because the Dutch player has changed agency in the last few weeks. Consequently, the intermediaries who were dealing with the player are no longer part of the negotiation. I don't know what's going on with Noah Lang. I know some Leeds fans would like to see him come through the door. I think he's just an accident waiting to happen. Stay away from that guy for me. I don't know what's happening there. I'd prefer us to sign CDK. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Because as I say, I believe that if we look, AC Milan pushes on Charles de Ketelaere, operation that everyone agrees like the coach property in sports area. Milan also in talks with Chelsea for Ziyech. An agreement on the loan is being sought because a lot of people believe that it'll, like people say, oh, surely they won't sign Ziyech and Charles de Ketelaere, but it looks like AC Milan want to go down that way. Brussels-based journalist who first said that de Ketelaere didn't want the move and got stick for it, by the way, says, to be specific, Milan want de Ketelaere, but prioritises Ziyech at this stage, i.e. working on getting Ziyech done. When they get Ziyech done, then we'll move for de Ketelaere. Can both come this summer? Yes, totally. One does not preclude the other. However, he said Leeds have an offer ready to go or have made an offer that we're not privy to yet of 30 million euros. So we just need to wait and see what happens. It's clear Charles de Ketelaere is waiting for that move to AC Milan. If they don't come for him and they just stop at Ziyech, then maybe we can talk. Also, you've got Leicester as well. If Leicester enter the race, we might take a bit of a back step on that one. But we'll have to wait and see. The mad thing that's this transfer window could almost be done soon for Leeds United because they wanted 3 more. Now, Tyler Adams will be done. I think Tyler Adams will be a Leeds player before the end of this week, right? Sinestra looks like that could be done very, very quickly over a Cody Gakpo. So I think Sinestra could be one through the door as well. It's then one more player. Now, could that mean the other day we spoke, there was 61 days left of the transfer window. Let's say there's 59 or 60 now. I can't remember. All my days go into one. Let's say there's 60. Would that mean then Leeds United would be done and we'd just be sat around for 60 days waiting for window to end? I don't want that to happen. I want it to continue. But yeah, DPR19 says, rumours saying Dembele is signing a contract extension with Barca. I'm so confused. That's not going to change anything with the Rafinha deal. They still want Rafinha whatever the weather, mate. Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see on the Leeds United thing, because I think if we get Sinestra and we get Tyler Adams, there's only one more, and that's CDK, right? So if CDK, I don't know who that second option to CDK could be. Could it be Callum Mwendo? Could it be Hamed Traore? I don't know, right? You know we want another striker or someone who can play there. Well, that could be the end then. I do think, someone's just mentioned about the goalkeeper. I think they will get a backup goalkeeper if the opportunity presents itself. They're not, chasing down that. They're not chasing down that at this moment, but the opportunity will probably present itself at some time. Someone's mentioned Tati Castellanos. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. I don't think Tati was ever going to happen. To be fair, I don't know what's going on with JT. I'll have to reach out and send him a message. Tane, I'm in Farringdon, mate, not too far from Hendon. Look me up on social media. You can take me for that Indians, pal. Left back required, everyone said on social media as well. When I asked if they were happy with the window, we're not getting a left back. That's what I'm saying. It's pointless chatting about it because we know we're not getting it. Jesse Marsh has said it to Leo. Leo's let everyone know, rightly or wrongly. So we need to just let that one go. I've got more Kamara tweets in my bookmarks. I think I need to get rid of them because that one's not happening. I'm surprised more Kamara. What's happening with the Brighton thing? It would be insane if Mohamed Kamara did come to Leeds, but I just don't see it happening now. What's the latest updates on Mo Kamara? So there was an article done 2 hours ago. That's just BS, isn't it? Leeds are reportedly ready to pay €30 million asking price for Mo Kamara, according to newspaper sources. That was last night, man. They only put that up 4 hours ago. I think the hard tackle needs to update quicker. Yeah, it's all talk of I don't know what's going to happen with Mo Kamara. Will he stay at Salzburg or will he go to Brighton? It's all gone very quiet there. Has he returned to training yet? Do we know? Because apparently he was given time to stay off on it, but it doesn't look like a move to Leeds is going to come to fruition for sure. So that looks like that one is staying. Don Mitchell. Remember Don Mitchell from yesterday? Well, from the whole of Twitter. Look what my man's been saying. Let's have a look. He still has his pin tweet to say Mo Kamara is going to be a Leeds. But like if it happened, like that would be insane. That would be insane. Oh, wow, look. So Don Mitchell says, what the hell are you talking, Fabrizio Romano? I promised the whole LUFC fan base with everything I have. He is moving to Leeds. You want a fight? Let's do it. After my win against you, I am the best journalist in the world. Safe that, LUFC. And then someone said it's not. Let's have a look. Someone said, man's whole career is riding on this deal. If at the end of the week nothing has happened, he's in the mud. And someone said it's not. He'll just change names and delete all his tweets again, like he did after Mwepu. No way. I am the Don Mitchell, and I will always stay the Don Mitchell, no matter what is coming. Be sure I am going to win against Fabrizio. So the man's still going big. The man's still going big. He said, you make a big mistake if some of you underestimate me. Maybe you think I am right now the biggest fraud. You all have my word that I'll be, in a few days, the new king of Yorkshire. There's a little part of me wants it to happen so that Don Mitchell gets GOAT status. But it's just not happening, is it? It's definitely not happening. Definitely not. Anthony Calorie says, read some messages. I will, man. I will get to your comments, brother. Don't worry. He's just tweeted me. Fair play. Let's have a look at some more of this, what I've got here. So Don Mitchell's going off it. That will be class. There was another guy, Sport O, said that agreement in the region of 21 million euros plus add-ons for Luis Sinisterra. Understand the player will undergo medical, while personal terms are also being discussed between Tyler Adams. Gakpo still being pursued. Don't believe that. I don't think we would go after Gakpo when we've already signed Sinisterra, or we're going to get Sinisterra. I think the only way we get Gakpo is if we see him in that Charles de Ketelaere role, but I don't think Gakpo is coming to Leeds United now. Josh Hobbs, knowledge. He's been asked a lot about Sinisterra. He said, here are my thoughts. He's ace. The fit for the narrow ball is a bit odd, what we were talking about earlier. He said, Gakpo will be better choice in this regard, but he will dribble inside from left to shoot. I expect Jack goes to the right to do the same. So, yeah, just switching the winging positions. Tyler Adams, this was from Ben Jacobs, saying Adams fully sold on the move to Leeds United after talking to Jesse Marsch. Schlager's arrival from Wolfsburg, I think, to Leipzig meant that Leipzig wanted to sell on a permanent deal, so that's why no loan was discussed. And the fee could rise to 20 million with add-ons. So that one's done. As I say, Tyler Adams will be in England, I'd imagine, over the next few days. And then, medical done. Remember, Jesse Marsch gave him his pro debut, worked with him at New York Red Bulls, worked with him again at Leipzig. So there you go. There was a lot in for Tyler Adams as well. I said to you on that first video after we were thing that it was going to get done. Obviously, we know about the CDK to Milan stuff. Fabrizio Romano said Tyler Adams deal done and sealed. It means that if nothing changes in the coming weeks, Leeds won't bid for midfielder Mo Kamara from Salzburg, despite the rumours. Main target has always been Tyler Adams, together with Matt Rocker, and he's now joining Leeds. Here we go. There you go. Someone said there, no Rafinha in training today. Good shout. And no one really picked up on that, did they? We know he's going, don't we, right? Phil Hay obviously did his article as well, saying Leeds closing in on Tyler Adams and Luis Sinisterra deals. I will share that with you, just in case you don't have an Athletic subscription. I might get done for that. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. But there you go. Of course I am. Let's have a look. This was done by Phil Hay. Look, Leeds United are closing in on deals for Leipzig, Tyler Adams, and Feyenoord's Luis Sinisterra. The Athletic understands. Let me know if you can see that. I assume you can. The Elland Road club are positioning themselves to complete both deals in the week ahead, with discussions over Sinisterra and Adams at an advanced stage. So you imagine both them players could be on the plane to Australia. Leeds want to add talented winger Sinisterra to their squad, with the Brazilian star Rafinha expected to depart Elland Road in this window. Let's just hope it doesn't rumble on to the last day. The club also appear increasingly set on recruiting centre midfielder Tyler Adams following the departure of Calvin Phillips to Manchester City in a £42 million sale. As they reported last week, Leipzig are open to releasing Adams on an initial season's loan, although Leeds are looking to make his signing permanent. United, meanwhile, have succeeded in making progress with discussions for Sinisterra, the 23-year-old whose reputation has grown in 4 seasons at Feyenoord. They've already got 3 players this window, Rocker, Christensen and Aronson, and they want to seal a further 3. So there we go. Forward Charles de Ketelaere remains a serious target, although any firm bid for him looks likely to come after the acquisition of a winger and a midfielder. So that's why we're not hearing yet on Charles de Ketelaere. People are telling me Sinisterra. There you go. Everyone's giving me pronunciation lessons now. Big up. Sinisterra. There you go. Sinisterra and Adams are both valued in the region of 20 million, and Leeds are prepared to meet the required fees. The Premier League side have already invested 45 million in their free signings to date. So that would take us up to 65 million if we then go big on Charles de Ketelaere. All money spent. Decent, isn't it? It is decent. It would look a good side for sure. I'm happy with that. Let's have a look. Joe Donahue, again, someone with some serious ball knowledge, said, by all accounts, Sinisterra sounds very Rafinha-y, if that's a word, albeit a right-footed one. Strong dribbler, both in terms of success and volume. 18 goals and 11 assists last season. Work still to be done, adding a centre-forward, but immediate reinvestment, a positive sign. That is a positive sign, isn't it? The fact that we've gone, sold Monday, boom, Gyabi, Adams, Sinisterra, done. Okay, they're not confirmed yet, but by the end of the week, we expect them to be done, right? That's moving quick. Yeah, Fabrizio just saying that was 3 hours ago, just to say he was on his way to England. Medical's done. Then this happened, which again, I will share with you because it's BS. This is why, this is the same Owen who was chatting earlier on. It's not happening, this, folks. You don't need to be scared. Let's have a look. So I don't know if you can see that yet, but it said, understand Leeds. I think this guy's just looking around the web and looking at what people are saying and then trying to big it up. He's not got the biggest following, but he said he understands Leeds are considering a move for Adama Traore with a deal for Charles de Ketelaere currently hanging in the balance. Well, let me just tell you, Charles de Ketelaere and Adama Traore are just not on the same wavelength in terms of player style, so that just makes no sense whatsoever. And he says, told Leeds have also contacted Ajax regarding Tagliafico. Look, I said to you a few weeks ago that we should move for that at 5 million, but it's already been reported that he's on his way to Lyon, I think, or Marseille, one of the French clubs. Anyway, I'll have a look, but yeah, it's BS is what I'll say. He's talking BS. So if you're following that guy, I'm sorry, Sport Owen, but I think you're talking rubbish, mate. That was at 7:09. Which was quickly followed up actually by Ekrem Corner. Over 200,000 followers, got a lot right during the transfer window. Said Lyon plans to offer Argentine free agent Nicolas Tagliafico a contract. Barcelona and Brighton both interested. No mention of Leeds there. I think Leeds should be in for the hunt for Tagliafico, but Lyon, Barca and Brighton seem to be the one. Remember, he nearly moved to Barcelona in January. You can see why they're interested. I told you the other day that Brighton were interested in him, and now Lyon are going to offer him a deal as well. So the guy O'Brien's talking rubbish, okay? So don't worry about the Adama stuff. That's not going to happen. Leeds are not in that. Let's have a look, see what's been said here. Oh, nice one. Taylor Twellman, ESPN family. I'm not sure who he is. He said, at the beginning of World Cup qualifiers, I asked Adams about Leeds and he said it was a long shot for many reasons. Apparently not good for him and Leeds United. And then Fabrizio Romano, thank you, Leeds Lad 1919, basically responded with this. So you can get a look at this. One sec. Boom. Fabrizio Romano responded with this here. Look, I'm assuming you can see it. Let me see. He will be in Leeds soon. There you go. I don't know who this guy is. Taylor Twellman. He is a what? Member of the Sports Museum inductee. Should I know him? I'm assuming he might be a famous American, maybe. Americans watching this might know, but he said at the beginning of the World Cup qualifiers, I asked Adams about Leeds, and he said it was a long shot for many reasons, apparently not good for him. And then Fabrizio Romano says he will be in Leeds soon. So there you have it. That looks like that one's going to be done as well. Someone asked there, who's the next option down from Charles de Ketelaere? Don't know, and no one seems to know at the minute either. This isn't just me not being like that. No one seems to know. None of the others. None of the top journals seem to know either. So, bit of a mad one. Newcastle, Southampton, Everton and West Ham are all in the race to sign Chelsea's Albanian striker, Armando Broja. He would be someone that I would like, to be fair. I can't lie, but we're not in for that one. And I think Everton will get that one done, you know. Everton will get that one done because, Frank Lampard. That Frank Lampard effect. But then again, they've got new owners. Maybe not. Do you know what I mean? Joe's being Sinisterra, says Jameson. Right, folks, let's get to some of your comments now as well. Let's have a chat. We've got about 15 minutes left. I like to do an hour. That's all the latest news, all the latest stuff that, you know, I've covered. What I'm going to plan to do, as long as this stuff during the day, do the standalone videos as and when things happen, and then at the end of the day, provided there's enough, we'll have a chat in it. We'll have a chat, get together, because people said they enjoyed the live streams over the weekend. Let's do it. And if you're going to watch, then of course I will do it, man, because this is my happy place. Do you know what I mean? You know about this. So get your comments in. Let's have a chat. Like Harmony says, though, we really shouldn't be having to ask people to smash a like on the video. Please share the love. Please do like the video. Yes, please do that. Beefy says Sonny Perkins. Well, we know that Sonny Perkins has left West Ham. By all accounts, though, there is not just Leeds United after his services. So we will have to wait and see what happens with Sonny Perkins. But I do know that Leeds were pretty big on him. And he's asked to be released from his, what do they call it? I forgot what they call it now. Oh, no. Released from his scholarship? No, that's the wrong one. I forget what it is, right? But if we look at the hard tackle, actually, let's not look at the hard tackle because they were on yesterday's news today. Let's not look at them. Most recent, 9 hours ago. Oh, okay. So Tottenham, Villa, and Leeds all could be after Sonny Perkins. Scholarship, Dylan, like that. Scholarship. That's very more American. It's not. It begins with a C. Begins with a C. I forget. But Tottenham, Villa, and Leeds all interested in him. So he's now a free agent as well, which means it might be, even if he was destined to come to Leeds, let's say, for example, he's now free, you might have Tottenham going, hey, mate, you don't need to move up north. Come to us. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Dad says, is Kamara out of the window now then? I don't think he was ever in the window, really. Fabrizio Romano said it was always Leeds' number one target. Phil said as much. It made sense. You know, you've got a guy there. You've got your manager who spoke about Tyler Adams in glowing terms, right, in interviews before he even moved to Leeds. Yeah. You then lose Calvin Phillips. You have a spot in your side for a player that you gave a debut to. You speak glowingly about. He's from your same country. And guess what? The club where he plays, he's also wanting to sell him. He was always number one. He was always number one. So they got their number one. So I think that's Kamara out of the window. Listen, I hope Don Mitchell's right, though, because the more better players, the better for me. The better squad depth, the better. But it was always going to be Adams. Luke says, I like the idea of Jesse bringing in players. He has coached instant chemistry, not his style. Yeah, I guess there is that. I don't understand the frustrations by people saying, we're signing another American. We're signing another Red Bull player. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they're from. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we had an all-English, would we be going, we're signing another Englishman? No, I don't understand that, me, personally. I can understand buying specific players for a specific system because we've seen when we changed from Bielsa to Jesse, it wasn't a seamless transition. So if Jesse doesn't work out and you bring in a manager who's not suited to the system, then it could go tits up. But I don't care where they're from and who they've been. And it doesn't matter to me. It's like saying that, oh, you're signing another player from the Premier League. It don't matter, does it really? Theo Novakovic says, Sinisterra, are you sure you're not Colombian, Joe? Maybe, mate. Maybe. I won't say what I was going to say then. I got filthy, you see. I went, no, let's not say that. You do the math, Colombian. It is what it is. Anyway, let's go back to some of your comments. Shut up, Joe. Didn't a certain Leeds keeper sign somewhere else today? Big news. Yeah, I believe it was. Elliot Capriel has re-signed for. Or re-signed? Has he not? He's not re-signed. He's gone to a. No, that's not right. Capriel. How do I spell? Is he gone to Bari? I think he might have gone to Bari. But yeah, it's not big news at your service. It's not. Andrew says it is scholarship. Okay, I'm sorry. Apprentice? No, it begins with a C, man. Contract? Nah. It doesn't matter. Let's just go. Still not a big squad. I know, but it is still bigger, isn't it? How many goals do you reckon Sinisterra's bagging for his job before he's even kicked a ball? 10. That's a nice number, isn't it? 10. Now you go out your services. Leeds United have 2 of our best, and USA is a World Cup team. Exactly. Go. Do you know what I say to that, bro? Team America. Yeah. One of my favourite films there. Bari. There we go. Has he gone permanent? Has he gone permanent? Bari. There you go. Totally right, Jai. Who cares what they're from? It's what they can do with, or for Leeds. Yeah. What formation will you go with next season, Bobcat? 4-2-3-1 potentially. So I don't know. Someone send me a link for putting your team together thing, because I don't know if there is one and we can do that. 4-2-3-1. So Melier, Rasmus, Firpo, Cooper and Koch. Double pivot then of Mark Roca and Tyler Adams. Sinisterra, Harrison in the 10, maybe CDK or Aronson. Let's go Aronson behind Patrick Bamford. That would be it. It's all right, isn't it? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Sham says Cine plays as a left wing and an attacking mid left field. His game is cutting in on his right foot. He is very creative. Yes. Bari Kushti Chavacho says taste Tamster man. Hannah says I don't care where these players are from. Need to give them a chance to prove themselves before I moan. I remind myself of all them irrelevant transfer windows over the years. Exactly. We're now moving in different circles, aren't we? And it's good, man. It's good. Let's have a look. Dylan says 4-2-3-1. Rocker and Adams in a double pivot. Rocker to be the ball player and Adams to do the dirty work. Exactly that. No Rafinha in there if he stays. I don't think he's staying, mate. He's gone. Leeds United are banking on him going as well because they need the money. Robert says Roberts for Golden Boot this season. Tyler Roberts is on his way out, mate. Hull or QPR, I believe, will be his preferred or his destination. Maybe not his preferred destination. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be going. Jamie Shackleton, he's going to be on his way as well. Reading look to be the team for him. It's good that these lads are getting minutes, isn't it, though? You know what I mean? It is good that these are all getting minutes. Who's going to take Phillips' number? I'm not too sure. I'm not too fussed on numbers, me, mate, to be honest. I know he's got Vinny Kompany's number at City, which is a big thing. 6-year deal as well. I swear it could be worth up to 60 million. Like, how can you not move for that? I'm sorry, man. Dylan says, knowing Leeds PR will do a Birmingham and retire the number 23. We better not do that. We better not do that. Sinisterra is good with both feet and surprisingly decent in the air as well. That's cool. David Mallon says, we've done it with Rafinha. Let's see if we can produce another gem with one of the signings. Exactly. 180 grand a week, says Gav James. For Carlin, I'm so happy for him. Imagine what that's going to be like. Do you know what I mean? That's insanity. Blinky says, how long is the Sinisterra deal? I heard 2 years, which seems short. That does seem short. I don't think it will be that. I don't know if there's been anything actually released to say how much that would be, to be honest. So I'm not too sure. If I'm honest, Lisa, I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of people talking about the Blackpool game. When is the Blackpool game? Like, is it around the corner? Have I missed something? Let's have a look. It's this Thursday. It's this Thursday. What? That's really bad, Joe. That's this Thursday. How's that? What? Thursday. Oh my God, it's come around quick. Thursday night. Wow. Where can we watch that? You know your boy needs to be doing a little watch along a pre-season. Where can we watch this? Does anyone know? Lisa's going good, man. Enjoy. I hope you have a good time. Yes, Lou Leeds. Good to see you. AD White says, shows what this guy knows. Exactly, I know, right? Season ticket holder and that. Don't even know game. There you go. He's goal pro. Nah, there's no he's goal anymore, is there? There's no he's goal. Yo, look at the observity. That's the wrong word. What does it mean when you observe something? To observe something. Let's have a look. Observe. Perception. Look at the perception. The only reason I'm saying it is, look at this guy. Wow. Like, look at the perception on this guy. What's that? Like, are you just saying things that you see? Like, is that what you're playing? Like, I just say what I see because you are right. I am ginger and have a bald head. Like, I don't know what you're saying, but fair play. You know, facts, great observation, Robert Bailey. Thank you very much. There you go. It's just facts. Football. There you go. I guess that's the range of your vocabulary. Football. Ginger. Bald head. Leeds. Badge. Door. Water. Football. Come on now, man. And I have ears. Yes, I have ears as well, man. Come on, man. Not just, you know what I mean? Football. What you can call yourself football? What's that? Football. It is what it is. Ginger, bald head. What an idiot. My man's waited 5 minutes as well to post that, you know. This is the best, right? You've waited 5 minutes to say ginger, bald head. Oh, I love it. Yeah, what's going on with the preseason games? Because normally you could pay, couldn't you, on 11? You could play, couldn't you pay on 11? 11 Sports? 11 Sports, you could do that, right? You could do that. Can we play? See, you've thrown me now. LUTV? According to LU, right, they seem to be showing. Let's have a look then. I'll double check that. What's my opinion on the delayed kit, Gary? I don't have one, mate. It is what it is. I went to Club Shop on the Sunday. Went in. They've got some new hoodies and that. But I was hoping that they might have the new training gear with the orange stuff. I quite like it. But no, there wasn't anything. Let's have a look. LUTV live. Live video, apparently. 7 o'clock on Thursday. Nothing come out yet. You'll have to pay, of course you will. You'll have to pay for it, but it's showing us there, and it is saying about live video. So watch this space because it might happen. Lewis, I haven't read that link, mate. I don't want to say that name just in case you're trying to click me up and screw me, but I'm trying to work out what that name is. No, I don't. The Lewis, that will be something naughty. I know it will, but I can't do it now. Does anyone know what that one is? Does anyone know what that is? Put it in the chat. Nah, he's got to be winding me up, hasn't he? Nice try though, mate. I'm too fast for that stuff these days. Oh, he's actually a player. Oh, God. Oh, I love that. I was going like this in my head. Marco Livja. My cock Livja. I was thinking that's something about my Marco Livja. Croatian Sorry, I do apologise to Lewis as well. I do apologise, mate. Do you know what that is? It's because when I got done over with, that was when I was on All Leeds TV. What was it now? Oh, some of the originals will know that. Oh, what was he called now? Yeah, you're right, Theo. All I seen was like Livja and then Marco, and I was thinking nah, this isn't one that I'm just reading out. I've done that before. I forgot what it was on, what I said before, but yeah, there was a few, Dale. You're right. There was a few back in the day that got me. So now I was like, poof. Nah, I've not. I'm looking at the news, mate. There's nothing on there about Leeds United. I'll have a look on Twitter as well. We'll see if there's anything on there. My apologies as well, Bill Lewis, because I should have known. Marco Livja. Latest tweets. I've not seen anything. Where have you seen that, bro? Because I've not seen anything at all. What's this guy saying? Oh, someone said striker market is actually horrific. I can't think of 3 good players, and one of the responses was Marco Livja and Charles de Ketelaere. But no, I've not seen anything there yet, mate. I can't see anything linking him to Leeds United. There we go. Whatever happened to Tony Yeboah? Thank you very much for your comment on Twitter, mate, saying you've enjoyed the live streams. I don't see anything at the minute. Let's have a look. No. Big news though, Nuno Espirito Santo signs for new club Al Ittihad manager until June 2024. It's a bit of a mad one, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, I can't find anything on Marco Livja. I wonder if that's how you say it. Probably. Heard it from a mate who works in Leeds. Can't confirm 100%, but seems reliable. Well, there you go. No, I don't know. Wayne Kerr. There you go. That probably was one of them that did do me, to be fair. But there you go. We've done an hour. Great as always. Look out tomorrow. There'll be some more news as and when it comes out. I think it'll move pretty quickly. Tyler Adams and, of course, your man Sinisterra. And we'll have to watch this space. And if there's enough, to chat about, I'll be live again tomorrow evening as well. So thank you as always for watching. Big shout out to you all, over 500 people at times, which is amazing on a Monday evening, especially. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go finish Stranger Things. By the way, that Vecna reveal, if you've watched Stranger Things, that Vecna reveal was out of this world. Like, as it was happening, I said, yo, he's Vecna. Well, I'm not going to, I'm spoiler alert here. Do you know what I mean? Spoiler alert. But I was like, no way. And it was class. Yeah, Lou Leeds, great to have you back as well. But the Vecna reveal. Alison, stick with it. It's brilliant. I absolutely love Stranger Things. I'm gutted that I'm going to have to wait for the next season, if there is a next season 5. But top show, Joe Rizzio, Waymano, says Russ Verno. No spoilers, says Toby. Sorry, I promise I won't. But this is it now. That's what you have to call me, yeah? Joe Rizzio, Waymano. Thanks as always for watching, Albert. I've got them right, though. I told you about Tyler Adams. Check the timestamps. Told you about Mark Rocker. I told you about Rasmus Christensen. In the bag, baby. Let's do it. Jordan Dwyer says next season is the last. Oh, you mean Stranger Things? I thought you meant, bloody hell, we're getting relegated, man. Yeah. Legends, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Keep it locked at the Just Joe Football Show. And it's over and out from your boy, Joe Rizzio.